opponents? Who was the toughest to try to build a scheme against?
I think without a doubt it was Leonard Williams from Mainland High School. I had become the head coach at Spruce Creek, and they hadn't ever been in the playoffs. And my second year there, we went to the playoffs, and the third year we beat Mainland High School for the district championship, and Leonard Williams was on that team. And I kind of figured out from how they lined up how to scheme against him, and we traded the tight end, and then we would run away from Leonard, and we won the district championships. 2 weeks later, we had to play them again, and when we traded the tight end, Leonard traded with him, and he ruined all of our plans. We showed up that night for a football game. Leonard showed up for a street fight, and it was over. He was unblockable as a high school player.
So he was one of those guys that you knew right away was going to be, what he is now, as was a Pro Bowl defensive lineman for the Jets. Was he somebody you could tell right away that he was going to be?
You could tell right away he had the physical ability, just like some of the other players that we've talked about. He might not have made a bad choice. He made a good choice in his life. He went to USC. I don't know that he graduated, but he went to USC, and now he's playing on Sundays, and character makes a difference, and I think in his case it probably worked in his favor.
You said you coached Candido in an All-Star game.
I did.
And you praised of him a little bit off camera. What about his makeup as a quarterback? Not only what he was able to do as a runner, but also as a passer his senior year.
Well, he was, again, a coach on the field. His father had been a coach, and actually I think came back and coached after Craig graduated, possibly. But Craig was yes sir, no sir. I know he went to one of the service academies and had a great career there. It was fun to watch him play when he was there. But he took care of the details. He worked on little things. You could tell he was well coached in high school and really bought into the plan of whatever he was being coached to do, and he got really good at it.
With your roots in this area, you've been an analyst the last few years on radio broadcasts to see Denzel Houston and Lorenzo Lingard. Some folks might argue that not enough time has passed to judge their greatness. Compared to what you've seen over the last 3 decades around this area, do you feel like those two guys deserve to be on this list?
I can't speak about Lingard because I just saw him play one time, and he was good back, but I would need to have seen more from that. I saw Houston play several times, and I put him in the same caliber as T.T. Tolliver as an athlete.
What about him? What did you see that reminded you of Tolliver?
When it looks like there's no place to go, he finds a place to go. His poise, finding receivers downfield, which again goes to the coaching that he received, but he just never gave up on a play, and a lot of times as watching it, you knew it was over, you knew he was caught, but he wasn't. He made the throw, he made the cut, just like few people can do. It's not something you truly can coach, it's something they do.
Tell us a little bit about Andre Roan, a guy who cracked the list, another guy you coached personally and got to know over the years.
Andre Roan led Seabreeze High School to its first undefeated season, was a member of a great group of seniors, and Andre was equal to TT in his escapability, maybe better. Scramble around. Our line was not the best when he was playing, and I can remember him telling him it was kind of a plan to let the defensive line through and chase him out of the pocket because that was where he was at his best, and he kind of bought that for a while.
Who else would you say personally were some of the best guys that you've seen that just immediately jump out to you, and whether they're on this list or not, what do you think as far as the talent, the caliber, the talent pool in this county?
I think that it speaks for itself in that you see players that play here that play on Saturday and then go ahead and play on Sunday. I guess one of my biggest disappointments of coaching here for over 30 years is the few number of people in Daytona Beach that take advantage of being able to go out and see the future stars of the college game and the pro game. But we have great players in Volusia County, and they're well coached, and we have a great facility here in town, well, all over town really, to watch football. And I would encourage more and more people here to come out and see what the future talent is.
Last person, somebody that was gone well before you got here, but I figure like the number one person on the list probably should get some mention. And with Wes Chandler, what are your recollections of seeing him? Whether it's at the college game with the Gators or with the Chargers,
Right.
with the Saints, and the pros.
I remember him as a player for the Chargers. I've seen lots of highlights of his Gator play. When I first came here, he was working for Bud Asher as the wide receiver coach at Father Lopez. And I believe that he graduated from New Smyrna Beach, and Coach Asher had a lot to do with his pro career as well. But again, a guy who could run great routes, catch the ball, good quickness, just another great athlete in Volusia County.